Women-owned and operated SkirtSoFlo is a new magazine made for the South Florida LGBTQ+ women's community, shining a light on their contributions to the arts, food, and local culture. We spoke with SkirtSoFlo publisher Lolly Safafi to learn more about the magazine and its goal of creating a stronger community.
We started off as Skirt Magazine, but there is a Skirt Magazine in South Carolina. We didn't want to step on their name, and so we changed our name to SkirtSoFlo. It is all one word, SkirtSoFlo magazine. It's very heavy lift, but really fun, incredibly fun. It's a free magazine, and it'll always be free. It's a monthly. We just wanted to create something really, fun and interesting just for the women. I believe in print. I believe it's making a comeback. There's a different connection between a reader and a magazine than a viewer and a screen. And it's one that we believe in. Get a cup of coffee, go sit outside, and there's no electronics. There's a feel. It's like the feel of the paper, the smell of the ink. You flip through and it's, you just you make it your own, kind of fold the page. It's like books that we used to kind of like dog ear, it's yours. It's a different experience. We were online for about 9 or 10 months before we printed our first issue. Right now, just because we are only on our third issue, we have started to really focus on incorporating the print into the website. We are going to start putting a lot of the pieces people submit or we write that don't necessarily make it into the print. You open the pages, we have typically 8 to 9 articles in each issue. And so we write some of them, contributors submit some of them, and we have regular writers. We have 3 standing columns, a literary column, a food column, and our horoscopes. The other 5 or 6 articles, anything goes. We also have as detailed an events calendar for women, for LGBTQ women in South Florida, as we can possibly get on the page before we have to send the file to the print shop. We have our Skirt on the Street spread, which is pictures, like all the pictures that we take throughout the community throughout the month. We want to stick with the vision that we originally started with, which is just providing something to the women's community that we felt was missing, and sort of soul feeding to our community. Every single one of you has a unique story. People submit their stories, we read through them, they're amazing. Sometimes we go out and we cover people's stories. It's a personal magazine with personal stories, and we consider it a gathering place for women and their life stories. The original vision has always been to provide something to the community that can enrich it and they can benefit from. We're about to put out our 4th issue, so it's in its infancy. We don't put out the stories with the aim of growth. We put out the stories because we love what it is that they're telling. The stories that we read, that is the stuff that we would read. I moved down here from Washington, D.C. My friend Diane, who does marketing and outreach for us now for the magazine, we moved down here together. And she and I sort of kicked around the idea of creating a magazine, a women's magazine here. But because of the pandemic, we sort of shelved it. And early last year, it felt like the right time. We cover arts and lifestyle. We don't do politics. We're not interested in that. The lifestyle is much more geared toward the lesbian community, but the arts, if they're connected to South Florida and we love their work, we'll put them in the magazine. But you just kind of go out in the community and you mingle and you talk to people and stuff. The people in our community are doing such cool stuff that it's impossible to not have material. We just go to places, go to galleries. There's so much art going on everywhere. Mitzi Falcon, we found her at Untitled Art during Miami Art Week. And she lives in Mexico. She wasn't even here. I've never even met Mitzi in person, But it was terrific. She had amazing work. If you've ever been to any of the large art fairs during Miami Art Week, you go in and there's all this glam and there's all this boldness and everything. And Mitzi had 12 black and white photographs hanging in a booth in the back of the room at Untitled Art. And they were these trans construction workers, in Mexico. It was a celebration of them. They were posing. They were in their construction worker clothes. They were posing and they were proud, and it was authentic and it was honest, and it spoke to us. It spoke to us. We just want to make sure that everyone knows that our doors are open if they do art, if they want to write something, if they want to submit something, if they want to contribute to our magazine in any way. Please contact us. And all of our information, it's on our website, it's our social media, and it's also on the inside cover of every issue. We are looking for community engagement. I wish that I could convey on this interview how pure our intentions are in creating each issue, how principled they are. Like, my editor is like, I want to change X, Y, and Z, but I do not want to take away from the voice of this person. We do everything we can to maintain the integrity of what it is that we're doing. And it pays off in the gratitude, the good vibes, the positive feedback. And again, it's not just from the women, it's also from the men in the community. So, that's really all we can ask for. And we're having a terrific time doing it. What more can you ask for?
For more on this and other LGBTQ+ related resources, follow us on Facebook at YourSouthFL. I'm Pam Giganti. As always, thanks for watching.